right. Let's shrink Miley up here. Good, good. Okay. Hey guys, good morning, good morning. Happy Valentine's Day to all the lovebirds. February 14th. I remember Valentine's Day in grammar school. I used to wait to get the little Valentine's Day cards. Who likes me? Who likes me? Is that weird what you remember? Fourth grade, third grade? Anyway, so welcome to Diamond Zone, guys, and let me go through some updates here before we go into the training. Now, I know Lisa was supposed to do today. She's doing tomorrow only because she needs a lot more time. And let me put this up here so you guys understand what I'm talking about. Boom. Make sure you guys could see that. Wait a minute. Screen share. All right. So with the announcement today at 8 o'clock on Pacific time, I'm sure you guys are all aware of this. Hopefully you can see that. Can you see that? Yes? Okay, good. The Hilo LX Plus launch. So Lisa is going to do tomorrow because, like I said, she needs time, and we're going to finish earlier today. So everybody is on this call at 8 o'clock on World Global Network Facebook page. So I believe they're going to be talking a little bit about the LX Plus, the new app, and I don't know what other surprises they have. I'm crossing my fingers. They have the new video too. So please make sure all Diamond Zoners are on this call. Please make sure you're calling your groups to get them on this call because Hilo LX Plus, there's a lot of different nuances to it. I know people are getting the new LX Pluses, which is awesome. Talk about under-promising and over-delivering, okay? That's what we want to do. And so that's going to be very exciting. So remember, that's at 8 o'clock today. That's like in an hour. All right? So Lisa tomorrow will be going through a lot of different strategy stuff, so please make sure you're on that call tomorrow. And tonight is, let me go to Jeff. Just want to make sure you guys know that today we have 2 opportunity presentations. There we go, okay. Today at 12 and 6. So for all my European friends, I know you guys billed for this one, but 12 and 6, I'll be doing the 12 o'clock. Mr. Rabu Gary will be doing 6 o'clock. And just remember, guys, note it, privatehilomeeting.com, privatehilomeeting.com for that call. We also do that through Facebook Live. All right. So, do I have anything else? No. Okay. Another thing. For those people that want to see certain things covered, I know we try to do, and we rotate these trainings, but feel free, guys, to text me a different topic. The things that maybe you want to see covered on Diamond Zone. If you don't have my phone number for text, it's 760-525-1646. 760-525-1646. So text me, and we'll put it in the rotation to cover certain things. I got this just the other day. Can you do a training soon on follow-up and what to do about the people in our funnel that don't answer texts or return phone calls? Is there a way to approach them to get them to call you back? As you say, the fortune is in the follow-up. Okay, so I'm going to touch on that a little bit today, guys. And I just want to make sure you guys know, you know, there's 2 sides to follow-up. Let me put my slide up here. Let me put my slide. Perfect. Shoot. I always forget to go to screen share. Okay. So if I go to screen share, boom. And I go to People skills. All right. Hang tight, hang tight. See, I could pause with you guys. You guys don't get weird. All right. So it's not the purpose of this slide. Here's okay. Now this just gives you something to look at anyway. So if I address follow-up, guys, follow-up cuts two ways, and I want to touch on this today. When people say to me, Jeff, what can I do to get people to call me back? Well, it's all in the setup. Everything that we do is in the setup. It's not in the follow-up. Because in the setup, if you're just spamming people information, okay, and you expect them to call you back, first of all, let me be very clear, as you know I am with all of you, okay? There's no magic with anything. There's things that you can do to better your chances for a better result, right? There's certain things that we have to perfect, but nothing is ever going to be where if you do this, you get that result. Okay, everything that we do is perfecting our skills. And one of the skills we all have to perfect is the skill of setting up the video, setting up the conversation, okay, so you have better follow-up percentages. So in other words, if I'm out there and I'm building a rapport with somebody, right? If it's somebody I don't know, it's a cold market person, and I'm building rapport and I'm asking the right questions. I'm going to show you those questions today, right? And I'm getting this person and I'm memorable with this person and I set up the whole thing. Okay, and now the question comes in, do you keep your business options open? And the person says yes. Great. Okay, I would love to share with you what I do. And the first step to that is this 2.5-minute video I would love you to watch. I promise you, after watching it, it's either going to intrigue you or it's not. If it does, I'll give you a perfect example. I was just reading back a text. Somebody I got into a conversation with, okay, in the sauna, okay, at the gym. Hear her name, okay, Marisha. Okay, I was pretty good. I did textbook. I talked about her. I talked about her husband, and she said, here was the conversation. She said to me, I go, what does your husband do? She goes, well, we used to work together. I said, well, what do you mean you used to work together? She goes, well, you know what? The dynamic just didn't work. You know, we're a good husband and wife team, but we're not good in business together. Now, what did that do for me? It gave me my opening. And I said, well, you know what? My wife and I have a different dynamic. We've worked together for over 30 years. She goes, yeah, it's a shame. I have such a big contact base. I said, really? And I questions, right? I'm sweating like a warthog, right? I'm going back and forth because I got somebody that's excited. And then all of a sudden, right, I said to her, I said, let me ask you a question. What are you doing now? She said, nothing. I said, you keep your business options open. She goes, oh, of course I do. And I touched on a little bit of what I do. I said, okay, now I'm going to go right now. I'm going to send you this 2.5-minute video. Okay, I want you to watch it. She goes, absolutely. I said, now, and I'm going to follow up with you with a text. Okay, guys, crickets. I did everything right. I just right before this call, this is the only thing I'm ever going to do now. Did you ever watch? Rapport, great. Okay, set it up perfectly. I talked about what we're doing. I talked about money that could be made. I set it up. But I have to make sure she does her part. And she didn't. I set that thing up perfectly. No response. Now, what am I going to do? That's it. That's all I'm going to do. There's no magical. If I see her at the club, I'm not even going to bring it up. I'll see her today. I'll see her at some point. I always see her. But you know what? I gave her an opportunity. I said, there was nothing. I said to myself, okay, what did I do? Did I do everything right? Yes. I had her eating out of my hand. But she's got to take, I don't know what happened. I don't care what happened. But here's why it doesn't really affect me. Help me. Let me help you here. She's not the only one in my funnel. She's not the only one in my funnel. Okay, I gave her an opportunity. I told her exactly what to do. I said, after watching it, okay, please text me back. Let me know. Nothing. Okay, but I'm not going to stalk her. I'm not going to make her feel bad when I see her again. Okay, she's the one that needs to feel uncomfortable, not me. I didn't do anything. Okay, but see, we take it personally. A lot of people take it personally. So that's an example of someone, I set it up right, still crickets. But a lot of you, the reason why you're not having success in follow-up is because of the way you initially reached out to these people. It wasn't set up right in the beginning to let people know and set up what they're getting. So when they get it, they go, oh my God, this is what they were talking about. I want to watch this. When you put the information into the right people's hands, the right people just do. And remember yesterday, what are the percentages of the right people? 2 out of 10, 1 out of 10, and you're making a lot of money with 2 out of 10 and 1 out of 10. That's just the get. But these things that I'm telling you now betters your chances to get results. And even when you do it correctly, it's still bad results a lot of times. But I don't look at it as a bad result. You know what I look at it as? I did what I was supposed to do. That's all. So that was a success. I talked to somebody. And that's the first step to follow-up. Now, one of the things that you want to do in the follow-up to build this rapport, right? To build this rapport is you got to start asking the right questions, right? We all know warm market. Okay, we all know warm market. Warm market, you don't spam them. You got to call them up, and you know their hot button because you know these people. Listen, I just started a brand new business. Okay, there's 2 approaches here. Okay, and one approach is I'm going to go in because I know they're open because we've had these conversations. Hey, Mark, I found something very exciting. I know you keep your business options open. I found something, and we're first to market it in the United States. It's all surrounding wearable technology. Brother, listen, I'm sending you a 2.5-minute video. I want you to watch it, and I'm going to call you right back. That's a direct approach. That's a direct approach because I know the answer. I know he's open. An indirect approach would be, hey, Mark, listen, Lisa and I are so excited. We just started a brand new business. We needed to supplement our income, right? Because you know, we need to make more money. So I was intrigued because this was a category creator product. And because of your success, I would love you to watch this 2.5-minute video and give me your opinion. Okay, that's an indirect because you may know somebody that's open to it. That's an indirect approach. Okay, there's 2 approaches. It's all based on the person. And you don't know what the approach is until you find out about the person first. So it's follow-up is taking the time on the front end. And then setting up that follow-up call. Setting it up. If everything goes smooth, I'm going to call you back. When do you think you could watch it? Well, I'll watch it as soon as I get home. Okay, when are you going to get home? 2? Okay, I'll call you at 2:30. See, that's when you know you have somebody that wants the information. So it's all individualized, guys. It's not like a blanket thing. There's different approaches. There's different types of scripts. And this is what you're perfecting. This is what you're perfecting as you take this journey. And then you start to figure out what works, what doesn't work. Okay, are you guys watching the Olympics? Are you hearing the stories? Don't you love it? I love the stories from the Olympics. I love all the things and all the nuances and all the tweaks. And the difference between gold and silver is 1/100th of a second. I mean, think about this. Just little things that that person did to beat their competition by 1/100th of a second. 1/1000 of a second in speed skating. I mean, it's crazy. Crazy. It was those little things. And these, now what did it take? It took 8 to 12 to 16 to 20 years. How many times have you heard it? Okay, I've been dreaming about this my whole life. I've been training for 15 years every day. And one mistake is the difference between what? Okay, success and failure. But does it matter? No. It's the journey. It's perfecting your skills. And the only way you perfect your skills, and this is when you start to get really good, guys, you got to promote your approach. You got to get your approach down. This is the stuff that Lisa's been talking about at networking events, or when you're doing your phone calls, or you're sending out your texts, right? It's setting up everything in the beginning, right? It's sort of like one of the things I used to train all the time when I was with the health clubs, right, is overcoming objections before they come up. I know what the objections are going to be. I know why people say no. I know people are full of fear and doubt. So I have to overcome those objections, right, as I weave my story to the person that's listening. These are other approaches, and we've talked about that through your testimonials. And then you understand flop. I'm going to give you some examples of flop to set this up correctly. And then sort. Okay, move quickly. And here's the thing, guys. You could only move quickly if you have at least 100-person list. You got to have a certain amount of people on your list so you could just go through it. It's like a checklist. Okay, got it. Boom. Okay, Steve, Mark, Mary, right? And you're making the phone calls. And it's just business. It's not like you're married. Everybody in the beginning, you're married to people's responses. And if they say no, you're depressed, right? You need Prozac. If they say yes, you're on cloud 9. You know what most people are in the beginning? Okay, I'm talking to all of you because I know the game. You're an emotional roller coaster. This is the best business in the world. Oh my God, what the hell did I do? We're going to be rich. We're going to be broke. This Helo doesn't work. This is the best product in the world. I mean, we're emotional roller coasters. Based on what? Based on what we are facing on a daily basis. No. I know where I'm going. I understand the big picture. And all this stuff that comes my way is just the journey. And I'm going to have hot days, I'm going to have warm days, and I'm going to have cold days. And I'm going to talk to a lot of cold people, I'm going to talk to some warm people, and I'm going to talk to very few hot people. Do you guys understand what I just said? I'm going to have good days, I'm going to have not so good days, I'm going to have really bad days. And in the beginning, guess what? You have a lot of really bad days because you're perfecting your skills. It's like when I first learned how to snowboard. Oh, I just thinking about it makes me crazy. Okay, I was with the health clubs. I went to Aspen, to Colorado. Okay, and this person, the owners of the club, okay, because I won this contest, they said we're taking you to Aspen. Pretty cool trip, right? And so they go, okay, we're going to teach you how to snowboard. Teach me how to snowboard. Okay. They got me all the gear, and all of a sudden we start to go up the gondola. Is that what's called? Whatever it is, the ski lift, right? And I see, okay, we're passing the bunny hill, right? We're passing the intermediate hill, and we keep going up. I'm thinking to myself, what the hell are we doing? Okay, I don't even know how to put on the snowboard. Then we get up to the double black diamond hill, and I'm thinking this is a joke. And he goes, okay, here's what you got to remember. Heels, toes. Heels, toes. heels, toes. It's embedded in my brain, okay? Because I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I got to remember heels, toes. Okay, he goes, go. You guys, I'm talking about the hills like this. I don't know how to snowboard. And I fell 147 times. And they were laughing, right? They were giggling because they're like professionals. 147, I remember. And I'm a kind of a big guy. And when I fall, it's like, you ever see the cartoons Goofy? Right? They're all over like this, and he's falling, and it's all you see is legs and arms. That was me. But you know what? You know what? By 4 o'clock, heels, toes going down the hill. Okay? Not perfect, falling still. But you know what? By the second day, I got better. By the third day, I had it down. I could get down the hill. I was by no means a professional. I could get down the hill, maybe falling 5 or 6 times. So in other words, I got better. I perfected, and then he would be behind me. Okay, heels, toes, right? And then I had this rhythm down, showing me this different nuances. Does this sound familiar to anything you've ever done? No, I'm not saying that was the best way to teach. Okay, believe me, I think I would have rather start at the bunny hill, okay, with the rope, right, with the rope and hanging on, okay? He said, no, we're going straight to the top. And then that was one way, but understand, that's all of us. That's all of us getting involved in network marketing. A lot of you don't have the skill set. And you every time you fall, you think it as a sign. If I would have taken every fall as a sign to quit, I would have been done right in 20 minutes. But see, that was the process. Then I got a little bit better, right? And then all of a sudden, it wasn't about that. It was just about taking the journey. And that's our business, guys. That's the business. So when someone says, what's the magic to follow up? There isn't. The magic to follow up, right, is to you get better at what you're doing and what you're presenting. You haven't created, in a lot of cases, right, the need, okay, and the power of what you are about to send them. You didn't set it up right. And even when you do, I just gave you that example, crickets. But you get to a point where it's just like, it's just part of the journey. That's all it is. Like in anything that you will ever do, anything you will ever do. So you got to sort, right, and you got to move quickly. And when you have a big enough list, you'll move through the list. And then you start to add to it, right, different nuances, and this is how you get better. And the one thing, you know what you get better at? You get better within yourself, creating your urgency. You get better within yourself to be excited on a daily basis. Because you have a passion, you have a new desire. And when you start to get any type of results, what does it do? It increases your confidence. Right? When I would be on the snowboard, I would go 5 feet. I go, this is getting better, 5 feet. Then I go 10 feet without falling. Right? Start to get it. And then all of a sudden I go, I could do this. I could do this. But guys, oh my gosh, the most painful thing I've ever been through. But that's show me something that isn't painful when you first start off. And a lot of you, it goes back to some of the things that we always train on. Making sure we have our realistic expectations. And maybe your first year is really getting this down. Would that be worth it? Would that be worth it to perfect your approach? So you're not affected by people's yeses or nos? So these are just some of the principles. Now, let me share with you just some of the questions to set up your approach. Can you see that? Let me find somebody. Annette, can you see that? Yes? Okay. Okay, conversation starting questions, okay? Okay, now this obviously there's a combination here of cold market and warm market. Okay, we always know that when we say flop, right? Family, live, occupation, passions. Okay, where are you from? Okay, now sometimes you could take where are you from? Are you there from there originally? Where did you live? I could find out a lot about a person when I ask them where are they from. Okay, because if I'm in California, the person says, well, I'm from Chicago. Okay, now watch. Where can I take that? What brought you to California? And this is how you get people to open up to you. Well, my husband got transferred. Oh, does he get transferred a lot? See, I could stay on a conversation with one question. It's not like, where are you from? Oh, okay. What type of work do you do? Oh, okay. What does that entail? Oh, okay. No, it's understanding when you're out there talking to people, you got to learn something. You got to know something. People want to talk about themselves. People like to tell you their story. My thing is, let them. You're going to find out a lot about a person so you can then set up what you have to offer that will better your chances when they receive your information and follow up. Make sense? So it's a process. Okay, what type of work do you do? Or what do you do? What kind of business are you in? Another way of putting it. And it's not just getting the answer. It's going, okay, what does that entail? I always ask the question. Well, I sell cars. Well, not cars. What was a conversation I just had the other day? I'll ask people, is that a territory? Is that a cold call if they say they're in sales? If they say they're in sales. Do you have a territory? Do you cold call most of your prospects? Wow, you were a cold caller. I had a conversation with somebody a couple of months ago. He said he cold call. I go, what do you sell? He said copy machines. I go, they still sell copy machines? Right? He goes, yes. I go, and you mainly cold call. I said, you must know your numbers. We got into a conversation. He goes, yes, I got to touch 80 people a day, 5 days a week to make the 2 sales a week I need. 80 touches a day to make 2 sales a week. Well, 80 times 5, I'm doing the math, is what, 400? 400 touches to make 2 sales. He knew his numbers. Boom, right off the top of his tongue. I go, wow. I go, is there any residual? I go, wouldn't it be great? And I just threw it out there. Wouldn't it be great that they didn't pay you on selling the machine? They paid you on the ink cartridges those machine earns. Those machines need. In other words, keep the immediate income. Pay me on the renewal of the ink machine. He goes, oh, that would be so cool. And then when it came around to me, he said, what do you do? I said, well, sort of like I explained to you, okay, I get paid residual income. And it led me to telling him my story. You know, I used to trade time for dollars too. I used to sell health club memberships. You sell copiers, I sold health club memberships. And I was only as good as my last sale. Until somebody said to me, okay, Jeff, can you imagine if they said, we're not going to pay you for the sale, we're going to pay you every time someone pays their dues, their monthly dues, we're going to pay you $1. On $150 a month, we're going to pay you $1 of it. Do you know how many sales I was responsible for at Bally's? Hundreds of thousands, which meant if I got $1 for every time somebody joined the health club and paid their dues, okay, I'd be making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. And that opened up the conversation with this guy. Because what did I do? I simply asked a question, what do you do? And it wasn't like I left it there. When he said, okay, I sell copiers. I said, what, okay, do you have a territory? Because I could never find out the real in if I didn't know he cold called 80 people a day to make 2 sales a week. So it's finding out and genuinely want to find out about a person. How long have you been doing that? In other words, this is another great question. Well, you know what? Just 2 years. Oh, okay. Now look at the next question. What did you do before that? Well, I was in this for 2 years. Then I was in this for 4 years. Whatever. I'll go back as far as they want to go back. I'm finding out a lot about a person, am I not? Let's say the guy's done 5 or 6 things. Wow, you must be an entrepreneur. You're looking. What did you do before that? I just talked about that. How are you being affected by what's happening with the economy? Or have you been affected by what's happening with the economy? Do you guys see some of the questions, guys? This is how you get to know who you're talking to. Because you're going to find one that they're really passionate about. You're going to find an in. You got to be a good question asker. This is how you build rapport. How do you like what you are doing? Do you ever ask that question? Oh, I just love what I do. Have you ever thought about doing something else? Okay, now I'm going to start to get into, are you familiar with the industry of network marketing? Because eventually, guys, it's going to come around to you. If I'm on these types of questions and the person's talking, eventually he's going to say to you, what do you do? Now, let me ask you all a question. I want you to stop and just ask yourself the question. What is your answer? Do you have an answer when someone says to you, what do you do? If I unmuted everybody and said, what do you do? What would you tell me? See, this is where you got to hook them. Okay, now, based on the things I know about the person, remember when the guy came around to me, I just told a story. You know what, Joe? You sound so familiar. I used to sell health club memberships until somebody told me about something called residual income. So I've been involved in the network marketing industry now for 25 years. Are you familiar with network marketing, multi-level marketing, direct sales? They're going to say yes or no. Maybe they'll get their little smile on their face, right? Kind of a nervous smile on their face. And I might say something like, it sounds like you know somebody, or maybe you've done it. Have you done it before? Are you familiar with it? Have you had experience with it? Find out. Just a conversation, guys. You don't have to get all tense, right? You don't have to get all weirded out. It's just a conversation. I haven't gone in yet. Well, yeah, you know what? I've tried that before, and my mom's sister's girlfriend's cousin's best friend did it and didn't work for her. Well, so if they ever said, I've done it, why do you think you weren't successful? I've had these conversations with people. You know what? In most cases, they say, I really didn't work the program. I really didn't have the time. And this is where you start to lead them, maybe, right? If they're open, they might not be open. You may have just built a nice rapport, right? You may have talked about your product, whatever that is, but this is somebody at least is in your funnel. And as you do this and you get better at it, you're going to start perfecting your skills, right? To put more people in your funnel so you could follow up correctly. Would you be open to looking at another company if it didn't have those obstacles? Some of the things he may have told you. It's a direct question, guys. It's a direct question. Do you keep your business options open? I said it to the girl in the sauna. Bad example because she never called me back, but I said that. When she said to me, I have such a big contact base, I said, ding, 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 ding. Told her a little bit about what Lisa and I do because she knows Lisa, because we've talked to her in the sauna before. But it never went there. I go, do you keep your business options open? I have something very exciting. Oh, sure, yeah. Everything was yeah there. Everything was yeah there until she got it. And I said, I'm sending it to you right now. Okay, perfect. I'll watch it. Nothing. Happens to everybody. And that was me doing it, and I know I did it right. Right messenger, wrong receiver. Right messenger, wrong receiver. Whatever happened, maybe she told her husband said, don't you dare do that. Okay. I can't, there's problems. I'm not here to solve their marital problems if they have them. My job is to share it. It's their job to accept it. So these are just little things that will help you along the way when it comes to the follow-up. One thing is, make sure when you send somebody something, you set up a time and a date for you to follow up so they're expecting it. Don't just leave it vague. Don't just leave it vague. And then always do what you say you're going to do. And go back to Lisa's training. Make sure you put in your book, like I did. Talk to so-and-so in the sauna. Told her I would call her then. And make sure you do it. Put the date. And that way you have your list so you could follow up correctly. It's just business. 80 door knocks a day. He's not worried about, right, the 398 no's. He's looking for the 2 yeses. Because the 2 yeses that he needs every week pays for, he makes $7,000 to $10,000 a month with 2 yeses. You say, well, how come not everybody does it? No, not too many people are willing to go through 398 no's or 80 door knocks every day. He knows now I have a referral base. Okay, so every industry knows their numbers. What I want everybody on this call to do is really get to know what your numbers are. Get to know what your numbers are. You always get people involved in their warm market fast because they're going to shake that tree. And you're going to hear some success stories. Lisa's going to talk about some of the things that happened this week tomorrow. Okay, with Tammy and some of the things that transpired there. So I just want to address that kind of today, guys. Like I said, I want to keep this short and tight today because I want you guys to be on the call in 20 minutes with the company. I'm excited about the information they're going to give us. But this has been recorded. Remember, today at 12 and 6, 2 opportunity presentations. And I will see you guys on the other side in 20 minutes. Talk to you all very soon. Thanks, guys. Bye. Happy Valentine's Day, all lovebirds. Lynn, give him a kiss. Give her a kiss, Lynn. Aww. Oh, that's so sweet. Where's Gus and Jan? Who has another? Let's see. Lisa's in the office. I'm not going to kiss her. All right. There's nobody else I could see. Hang on. Maybe there's somebody else. No. All right. You guys are boring. Bye, guys. Oh, there you go. Easy, Gus. Easy. Relax. PG-13. Bye, guys.